Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to get into a powerful concept that has the potential to change your life. It's simple, yet life-altering when understood and applied, the law of assumption. This law isn't about waiting for the world to give you permission, nor is it about hoping for good things to come your way. It's about assuming the life you desire already exists within you. This assumption is not just wishful thinking. It's a state of mind that transforms your reality. What if I told you that ignoring the harsh realities around you could be the key to becoming incredibly successful, and even super rich? Many of us are stuck in the belief that our current circumstances dictate our future. We think, I don't have enough money, or I can't seem to get ahead, and we let these thoughts shape our actions. But here's the truth, your reality is shaped by your assumptions, and when you change those assumptions, you change your reality. At first, it may sound too good to be true, but that's the thing about the law of assumption, it works. It's not about magically changing the world outside of you, it's about changing the way you see yourself and the way you see the world. When you start to truly believe in the abundance that already exists in your life, your external reality starts to mirror that belief. You may be wondering, how do I start ignoring my reality? First, understand that your present circumstances are just a reflection of what you have assumed up until now. They're not permanent, and they don't define who you are or what you're capable of achieving. The power of assumption comes from understanding that your mind can influence the outside world in profound ways. The trick is to assume that your desired outcome is already a part of your reality. Let's talk about wealth. Wealth is not just about money. It's about abundance in every area of your life: health, relationships, career, and yes, financial success. You see, wealth comes from an inner state of prosperity. When you assume that you are abundant, that you are deserving of wealth, and that wealth is naturally flowing to you, something miraculous happens. The universe, or whatever you believe is behind the scenes, begins to align circumstances that support your new assumption. Imagine for a moment that you're already wealthy. Picture the life you would live, the freedom you would have, the choices you could make. Now, feel what it would be like to live in that reality. This is the first step, to feel the emotions of your desired state. The key to the law of assumption is not just thinking about wealth, but truly feeling that wealth, even before it manifests in your physical world. Many people think they need to work harder or wait for the perfect opportunity to become rich. But the truth is, the opportunities are already there, waiting for you to recognize them. By assuming that you are rich, that wealth is flowing to you, you begin to see those opportunities more clearly. The mind works in mysterious ways, and when you assume success, your actions naturally align with that belief. The challenge most people face is holding on to that assumption, especially when things don't look the way they want them to in the beginning. It's easy to be discouraged by the current reality and think, this isn't working. But let me tell you, this is where most people give up. They allow their circumstances to dictate their belief, rather than their belief dictating their circumstances. If you want to become super rich, you have to ignore the reality that says you can't be. Ignore the doubts, the fears, and the limiting beliefs. Instead, focus on the assumption that you are already where you want to be. This doesn't mean you sit around doing nothing. On the contrary, you take inspired action, but that action is driven by the assumption that everything you want is already yours. One of the most powerful tools in using the law of assumption is visualization. Take some time each day to vividly imagine the life you want. See yourself already in that life. Feel the emotions of success, freedom, and joy. The more you focus on this assumed reality, the more real it will become. The law of assumption is not about forcing things to happen. It's about aligning your beliefs with your desires, and allowing the natural flow of abundance to enter your life. When you begin to live in the assumption of wealth, the opportunities for financial growth start to show up in ways you couldn't have predicted. You begin to notice things you hadn't before, doors open that seemed closed, and people are drawn to you. This isn't magic. It's the law of assumption in action. Your wealth and success are tied to the stories you tell yourself. If you tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you're stuck in your current circumstances, that you can't afford the life you want, then that will be your reality. But if you begin to tell yourself a new story, one of abundance, wealth, and success, that too will become your reality. It's important to understand that the law of assumption isn't just about wealth. It's about assuming success in every area of life. Wealth, health, relationships, and happiness are all connected by this universal law. When you assume success in one area, the others will begin to align with that success. The key is to focus on the assumption, the belief that what you desire is already yours. This assumption shifts your energy in your mindset, and in turn, it shifts your reality. I want you to understand that you are not limited by your current circumstances. You are not limited by your past, your upbringing, or anything that has happened before. You are only limited by what you believe. So, start changing what you believe. Start assuming that wealth, success, and abundance are already a part of your life, and watch as your reality transforms. The path to becoming super rich, to living a life of abundance, starts with one simple step: assumption. Assume the life you want is already yours. Don't wait for things to change. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Assume it, feel it, and live it now. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that you need to work harder, that success requires struggle, but that's not true. Success is about alignment, about becoming the person who already has what they want. When you start assuming that you already have everything you desire, your actions will naturally align with that assumption, and the opportunities will begin to unfold. The truth is, you don't have to be rich to assume that you are. You don't have to wait for the external circumstances to align before you assume that you already have wealth. The key is to start now, to live in the feeling of abundance, and to trust that the world around you will begin to reflect that. You are not bound by your past. Your future is not determined by what you see right now. The only thing that matters is your assumption in this present moment. And if you assume that you are wealthy, successful, and abundant, that is what will become your reality. Living with the assumption of success doesn't mean you do nothing. It doesn't mean you sit idly by and wait for your desires to materialize out of thin air. Instead, it's about acting from a place of knowing. You take inspired action, but that action is driven by the belief that success is already yours. You trust that everything is happening in your favor. This state of mind is what enables you to recognize opportunities that were previously invisible to you. It's about moving with the flow of life, while having a clear assumption of the end result. In the end, it all comes down to your beliefs. The life you desire is already within you. It's not about hoping or wishing for it to come. It's about assuming that it already is. When you make that assumption, everything in your life will begin to shift in ways you never imagined. The universe will conspire to bring you what you have assumed to be true. Remember, the law of assumption is not about waiting for the right time or the perfect conditions. It's about assuming, right now, that you already have what you want. And when you do that, you'll find that the world around you starts to reflect that assumption in beautiful and unexpected ways. You must stop allowing the current state of your life to determine what's possible for you. The world may present challenges, but these are simply opportunities in disguise. By assuming success and focusing on your desired outcome, you attract the opportunities, people, and resources needed to bring that assumption into physical reality. The law of assumption allows you to be the creator of your own life, shaping your future with your thoughts and beliefs. So, start today. Assume your wealth, your success, and your abundance. Don't let anything in your current reality convince you otherwise. Live in the feeling of already having it, and watch your life transform before your eyes. Now, if you found value in this content, I encourage you to take a moment to like this video. Your support helps keep this message going. You can also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on more insights that can change your life. We regularly share powerful tips, ideas, and teachings that help you align with your highest potential. By subscribing, you ensure that you never miss out on ways to improve and grow.